Hello everyone and welcome back to Manifest the Finesse on YouTube. My name is Manifesting Gaia. That is my Twitter, TikTok, and podcast. All the links are down below. My paid coaching email is down below and all timestamps are down below. And today we're going to be talking about what to do when being delusional feels fake. Because every time I post a video about acting as if, living in your imagination, living in the wish fulfilled, I always get at least one person that's like, it doesn't feel real, it feels fake, I can't do it, I don't know how to do it. So we're going to talk about that today. You are delusional all the time. I don't like when people say, I don't know how to be delusional. You do it all the time. When somebody says, can you call this person? And then you say, no, if I call, they're not going to pick up. And then you call them and they don't pick up. Or, oh, do you want to go to the beach today? Oh, it's a Saturday. It's going to be packed at the beach. You get to the beach and it's packed. Being delusional literally just means you assume something is going to happen or is happening without the physical evidence of it occurring first. And you go straight to the wish fulfilled or living in the end before you experience it in your 3D reality. We are delusional all the time. You are delusional all the time. It's not that it's hard. It's not that it's uncomfortable. The only difference is that you're actually going for what you want. And if going for what you want is what makes it feel uncomfortable or feel fake, if it's easier to say, oh, if I ask my mom, she'll say no to me, but she'll say yes to my cousin. But you can't sit here and say, I'm pretty and Chase finds me attractive. Then that's not a delusional issue. It's your self-concept that's the issue. You don't see yourself as worthy or deserving of what you want. Because if you did, you wouldn't have a problem saying it without seeing the evidence. Because again, you've been doing it your whole life. Because if you thought you deserved what you wanted, even if it did feel weird or uncomfortable to be delusional, you still would be like, okay, this may feel like uncomfortable, this may feel, my doubts are telling me it's a lie, but I know that this is the only way to get what I want. This way is a lot easier than what it could be. So I'm not going to complain that all I have to do is tell myself good stories, because that's the bare minimum of what I could do or what I have to do to get what I want. Like I said, I just feel like so many people have run the term being delusional into the ground. It is not hard. It's not complicated. It's not something you have to force yourself to do. It's not acting like a dud. It's not acting dumb all day. It's not acting like, oh, I'm a princess in Narnia and life's amazing and life's good. It's just understanding that you're not meant to be in the reality that you don't want to be in. You're not meant to be in a reality that you don't want to experience. There are people living and having and being and doing the things that I want to have, be, and do. So why can't I be at their level? And then you start being on that level. It's knowing that you don't need the 3D's confirmation for you to start deciding that you're worthy of what you want. You don't need the 3D's confirmation for you to be like, okay, this is possible for me to manifest. I know it with or without, because I know that I'm creating the circumstances. What point does it make for me to sit around and wait? You know that you're the confirmation, and you're not gonna get thrown around like a rag doll anymore. You're gonna start embodying who you want to be. And what I'm trying to get you guys to understand is that you're the one who created the undesirable circumstances in the first place by being delusional. You're broke because you were delusional, because you kept telling yourself a story about you never having money, always being in debt without that actually being a thing. Just because you don't have money for like one day doesn't mean you're broke, but you told that story. You are blocked by a specific person because you kept telling that story. Like, what is not making sense here? You were already delusional. You did not create a single circumstance in your life that you did not foresee in your mind first. So it's not a question of whether or not it'll work. It'll work if you do it. It's a question of whether or not you'll stop being a victim and stop waiting for a savior outside of yourself to give you the life that you deserve, because nobody is going to come do that for you. Nobody is going to come save you. You have to do it for yourself. And if you're lazy, that's not the problem of being delusional. That's a problem of you. You're not disciplined. You don't want it bad enough. You don't care. And that is not my problem. That is not a problem with a technique. That is a problem with you and your concept of yourself. Your whole life is one big delusion. Logic is just a bunch of affirmations that were told to you over and over and over again. Your programming is based off other people affirming their delusions into you. You have to go to school. You have to work a good job. If you're not a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, an architect, you're not going to be successful. You're dumb. Like, nobody comes out of the womb believing that stuff. It was put onto you, and now you see that, you believe that stuff to be true. That is exactly what you have to do for your manifestations. I'm so sick of the excuses. I'm sick of, well, it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel good, it doesn't feel real. I don't care. Like, do it or stay in an undesirable circumstance. Then people are always like, well, yeah, well, that's how my life has always been. Because you kept telling that story. You're literally not persisting in anything else. And you're like, well, that's how life has always been for me. Well, they've always not liked me. Well, I've always been broke. Well, I've never been able to get a good job. Do you see that what you're saying is what is reflecting in your reality? It's literally not magic. When you focus on something for an extended amount of time, it will materialize in your reality, whether you want it to or not. What is not clicking in your mind? Y'all know I'm not a magical coach. If you want me to break down the neurological science, I will do that for you. The more you tell yourself that being delusional doesn't feel real, or being delusional doesn't work, or it feels uncomfortable to be delusional, the more neurons you assign to that belief in your brain. And when you assign more neurons to a belief, you create more plasticity in your brain. Plasticity is the connection that neurons have in your brain to a certain belief or idea. And the more plasticity you have behind an idea, the harder it will be to break that belief or idea. So if you want being delusional, or living in the end, or living in the wish fulfilled, or living in your imagination, or acting as if, to stop being weird or hard or uncomfortable, stop saying that it is, bruh. Stop saying that it is. Like, stop negatively affirming your life. How hard is it to stop talking? Just stop talking. Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop typing. Stop commenting it. Stop talking about it. Stop thinking about it. Stop. If you would stop saying anything that didn't align with you, you wouldn't experience it. If you would stop feeding into thoughts that didn't align with who you want to be and where you want to go, you wouldn't experience it. It is all you. It is a choice. What do I always say? Like, if it doesn't align with you, you're not putting your energy into it. If it's undesirable for you, you're not putting your consciousness on it. That also goes for feelings. If it's undesirable feelings, we're not putting our energy or attention into it. And we're not being sympathetic either. Stop being sympathetic with your ego. Your ego does not want you to have what you want. And now y'all are here like, oh my god, well, it doesn't feel real. Well, my doubts are saying it's not possible. Oh, it feels like a lie when I tell myself that me and my specific person are in a happy, healthy, whole relationship and that they love me, because that's not what I'm seeing in my 3D. Oh well! Oh well, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. Let me play you a song on the world's smallest violin. That's how much I care. Not at all. I don't care. Bro, you're not going to get anywhere if you keep letting your doubts and beliefs run you. I keep saying that. I will keep saying that. Do you want the desire or not? So start acting like it. I don't care. Who cares what you have to do, bro? None of it is real. None of it matters. None of it is real. None of it matters. None of it is real. None of it matters. I don't care the circumstance. I don't care the doubts, the fears, the logic. I don't care. None of that stuff is real, and none of that stuff matters. Then y'all be like, it's not here, so I don't believe it's manifesting. My 3D isn't showing it. Well, duh. That's the whole point of manifesting in the first place. You want something that's not here. So what logical sense would it make for that to be a reason that you don't think you can have something? Because it's not here? That's the point. It's literally just discipline. It is just discipline. You have to make yourself do it. If you don't want to be disciplined, if you don't want to discipline yourself and be consistent, if your biggest thing in the way of being delusional or living in your imagination is the uncomfortability of affirming, the uncomfortability of saying what you want, the lack of realness that you feel when you say what you want, you are victimizing yourself. You're a victim, and I have no pity, I have no empathy for victims. Because what feels worse? Saying you're a millionaire all day, or actually being broke in your 3D? Actually never having enough money, always being in overdraft, always being in debt, always wanting a Starbucks drink but never being able to buy it because you're always broke. Be for real. Which one feels worse? Saying that you're a millionaire all day, or being dead broke in your reality? Stop acting like it's hard to do it. It is not. You have to decide. It's not hard to do. It's not. I don't care how bad it feels. Your 3D feels worse, and yet you're so comfortable living in it. Be for real. It's persisting. It's telling a story. Oh, it feels like a lie. Then that's all it'll ever be. If you keep saying that, that's all it's ever be. For me, it doesn't feel like a lie. Y'all see my YouTube numbers jumping because it doesn't feel like a lie. It feels so true because I know I'm a star. I've seen the numbers in my head. I know what my subscriber count's going to be. And I'm not here tripping about when, why, how. I just know it. Like, you're like, well, how do I get to that point? Well, stop saying you're not there. Like, I don't sit here and say, well, I'm not at 3,000 subscribers. I'm not at 4,000 subscribers. Well, I'm not at this many views. Yes, I am. And I don't need the 3D to tell me that I am, because I know that I am. Because first of all, it's my channel, it's my life, and it's my desires. So, yes, I am. That's how you have to be with your head. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am rich. Yes, they are in love with me. Yes, I am in a happy, healthy, whole relationship. Yes, I do have my dream job. Yes, I am out of that toxic relationship. Yes, I am in the best friend group ever. Yes, I am. I don't need to see movement first to know that what I want is working. But now it's got to a point where I see movement as I'm persisting. I'm still persisting for my desired subscriber count, but it's still growing. I don't have to wait for it to happen at once. I get the movement because, well, I'm putting in the effort. If it's hard for you to say, think, or act in a desired way, then the law of assumption isn't for you. So I'm going to tell you what to do instead. Leave the law of assumption. Nobody's forcing you to be here. Nobody's asking you to be delusional. Nobody's telling you to do this. If it's that hard for you to just say it, then stop using the law of assumption. Go back to living an unfulfilled life. And I'm going to tell you exactly what happens. You're going to be going back to living a life where you're always broke, you're never loved, you're never committed to, nobody ever wants you, you have toxic family, you have no friends. And whether it takes you a month or 5 years, you're going to be tired of it. You're going to be like, I'm so sick of working 50 hours a week at a job where I still don't even make ends meet. And then you're going to be like, I don't care anymore. I don't care if it feels weird or stupid. If this is what's going to get me out of it, I'm going to do it. And you're going to come back to me, and I'm still be here telling you to stop being a victim if you want to get what you want. And then you're going to put your pride aside, finally, stop being a victim, and you're going to actually do the damn thing. But I'm telling you, y'all are trying to like find your way around it. There is no way around it other than to just decide that you have what you want, and that's it. But it shouldn't even have to get to that point. Make the decision now to stop being lazy. Stop being a lazy bum. Oh, it feels like a lie when I tell myself I'm pretty every day in the mirror. Then stay ugly. Like, those are your options. Like, okay, so what do you want? What do you want? Like, what do you want from that? I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what you expect to receive. Stop being lazy and push through it. I don't care how uncomfortable it feels. I don't care. Doesn't it feel more uncomfortable to live in your shitty 3D? It should. No one's holding your hand. I'm not gonna sit like I said. I would gladly support people who are genuinely ready to be for real and make the choice to better their lives, but I'm not gonna sit here and baby a victim. Nobody's gonna hold your hand through it. Just do it. You only have to do it consciously in the beginning. After you've done it for a good amount of time, your subconscious mind understands the programming and it does it on its own. You'll find yourself saying affirmations without you having to consciously be like, okay, I'm going to affirm. That's movement. That's the movement y'all should be looking for. You should not be looking for your SP to conform, for money to be here, da-da-da. Your movement should be, do I feel better than I did yesterday? Yes, it's working. That's it. And with that being said, that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's not hard to live in your imagination, and it's not hard. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's not hard. I don't care if it feels weird. I don't care if it feels uncomfortable. That does not mean it's hard. That means you just have to be disciplined. And being disciplined is not hard, y'all. Be for real. Remember, you can have anything you want in this universe. Nothing's too big, small, wide, or expensive. I believe in you. You should believe in you. I'll talk to you in my next video, and I love you so much. Bye.